Yo, what's good, Splat Nation? Splat Picks boys back with episode 10. It's been 10 good episodes, double digits now. We got Sweet 16 games this week, and we got our special guest, Fletcher Hamilton. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Fletcher.
You couldn't have chose worse pictures, but
What do you mean?
uh, I play basketball. I'm the best athlete in the state of Texas, and I know ball.
You do know ball. What else do you do outside of basketball?
Um, no, I just play basketball in Fortnite. That's my life.
That's
That's about
that's I was
right.
getting
Yeah.
at Fortnite there. I needed you to say it. All right. Should we get into the first game, Fletcher? Since you know ball, I say you talk
Sure.
first.
Well, Clemson, probably the slowest team, most boring team in the tournament to watch. The only way they win this game is if they play slow and take care of the ball. And I don't see that happening. I think Arizona has way more experience with Caleb Love and Kashad Johnson, who've both played in the championship before on North Carolina and San Diego State. I just think Arizona is going to blow them out.
No, I agree. Watching that Clemson Baylor game, so sad. I'm rocking the Clemson gear anyways, but Clemson slowed the game down, which is exactly what Baylor couldn't do. They play a fast tempo game, and that's how they win. But I don't think against this a better Arizona team than Baylor. I don't see that happening. So I agree. Blowout for the Wildcats.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Arizona is scoring 10 more points per game, shooting 2% more or better for three and just for field goals. And they have Caleb Love. I think myself and the rest of America, except for Clemson fans, would love to see a Caleb Love UNC revenge game. I mean, that would be awesome. That would be way better than Clemson versus UNC or Clemson against Bama. No one wants to see that. That's a football game, not a basketball game. We're here for basketball. They play high tempo, and I don't see Clemson catching up because they're such a slow team, like Fletcher said. And quite frankly, I just don't want to see Clemson win another game. Just I picked Baylor, and they screwed me over. So let's go Arizona Wildcats.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us had Clemson not this far in the bracket. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'm hoping Clemson loses so we get a better and more fun team to watch in the Elite Eight. So I mean, I got to go with Arizona. They're obviously the better team as well. So yeah,
that's so valid. It's all about the next games, and I don't really want to watch a Clemson team get absolutely demolished in the Elite Eight by UNC or Bama either. Next game, Iowa State, Illinois. James, you're the solo one here. What'd
I
you get have
mean,
with Illinois?
it's the number one in Kim Pom defense against number one Kim Pom offense. Iowa State, great defensive team, has really battled it out against good teams. And a really similar team I was looking at is Kansas, but I've kind of hated on Kansas recently, especially towards the end of the year. They've kind of just sucked it up, quite frankly, especially with their point guard out. They were one of the people in my blog that I said was not going to make it far. Like, don't pick them. And we saw they didn't even get out of the round of 32. They got demolished by Gonzaga. But I really think this Illinois team has what it takes. They have good guards. Obviously, they have one guard who probably should be in jail right now. But I think that's just going to motivate them a little more. I don't really care who wins this game because they're going to get killed by UConn in the next game. But might as well go for the upset, picking the three over the two. I think Iowa State's run stops here, and the Illini will make it to the Elite Eight.
Illini,
Same difference. Illini,
Illini.
Illini, nobody cares. They're getting blown out by the Huskies.
Jack, what you got here?
I'm sticking with Drew Eldridge's pick from a while back. He told me to pick Iowa State. Picked it both times. Won both times. Just going to continue with that trend. Kind of like the heads or tails trend right there. You can never go back on it. That's why I got them.
That's valid. I James mentioned number one in Ken Palm defense. I mentioned last week how much defense mattered to me. You kind of saw some games where good teams were held to low scoring, like that Baylor Clemson game. And I just think defense is going to be huge here, and that's what's going to carry the Cyclones to the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I really don't like this game. I feel like it's going to be a nail biter the entire time. This is literally the coin toss of all games. I didn't know who I was going to pick till about 10 seconds before I was told to. But Terrence Shannon Jr. is probably the best player in March so far. And I think
Jack
Iowa
Golke.
State is the best team that can slow them down.
I agree. What about Jack Golke? I still think Timothy against the Kentucky Wildcats.
Love the dude to death. Reminds me of Jimmer Fredette. He won one big game. He capitalized off NIL. Good for him. Good for Oakland. But the best player is neither of those guys. It's in a game. Is it the next game? Is it NC State and DJ Burns Jr.? Because that dude is so
Not
dadgummit,
yet.
Drew. You couldn't
Not
have
yet.
NC State next. All right. Well, I'll talk about
Yeah,
him
tell
when we
me.
get to that game. I'll talk about him when we get to that game. Fletch, start us out since you were the only one to pick the Blue Devils.
Well, this game also probably the second or best game. I think Duke is probably the best, the hottest team right now. We saw them kill JMU, absolutely murder them. But also I hate how Houston has the lowest rim rate in college basketball for a Power 5 team. I've hated all year. I don't think they just don't get good shots. Their offense is efficient. It relies off of shooting. Jamal Shed can't shoot. He's a great defender. But I think if Filipowski can make plays quick, and if you have a big that is good as him that can make plays quick and get your guards wide open, like Jared McCain and Roach, if you can get wide open looks for them, they're going to hit shots. And I trust them to hit shots like they did last game.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I kind of agree with him, even though I picked Houston. And part of it is because it's the same color as my body armor. Body armor, please sponsor us. But yeah, Jared McCain has been playing. He's one of the best, and you could make a case for him being the best player in the tournament so far. And he'll drop 30 on you and then go make a TikTok with fingernail paint one. It's hilarious to see, and I'm kind of here for it. No, but I don't think Kyle Filipowski is as big of a deal as Jared McCain and the other guards on this Duke team will be. Really, why I picked Houston is just they've been pretty dominant. I mean, that A&M game, I thought A&M was a better matchup for them than Nebraska would have been. So, I mean, I texted Fletcher. I was like, yeah, A&M does have a chance at beating the Houston Cougars. But, I mean, their defense is going to carry them to a win if they want to win because their offense is terrible. They're 192nd in points per game in the country, 257th in field goal percentage, 138th in three-point percentage, and 295th in free throw percentage. They're shooting 69% from the free throw. Those should be automatic. You want to get into the league, one of the first things you have to do to get in the NBA, one of the best things, is have a half decent free throw percentage. These guys suck at it. But I think their defense will carry them. I mean, they're just so good. I wouldn't necessarily call it a trap defense. Their coach doesn't like referring to it as that, but they kind of do. They'll get you after a screen and they'll pretty much trap you and just it's just such an aggressive defense and I love it. So that's why I know Drew, you're big on defense wins games, and that's why I'm picking the Houston Cougars.
Nope. Couldn't agree more. Last week I kind of flipped last second. I had Duke for our picks, and I was like, I kind of been feeling an upset. And it ended up being Clemson, sadly. Hated to see the Bears lose. But I thought JMU might have it in them after that first round game. But, that was an awful game. Duke's defense did look good. They won. Also, James, I see you have a body armor. What about Gatorade? We've tried with body armor for too long. Gatorade, you want to sponsor us? But who knows? Both, have a little sponsor battle. Who sponsors the most? But like you said, James, I went with Houston because of that defense.
Yeah, no, Drew. Actually, we can't hear you. So
Yeah.
we'll just take it as you love the defense and we want to hear Jack speak.
I honestly picked this
Oh,
because the
did I cut
ACC's
out?
been
Yeah, you
on
cut out.
fire
It's
right
fine.
now. And the ACC trends just has to die, and I'm picking it this game because Houston comes in dominant, obviously the one seed, better team, in my opinion as well, and obviously the ranking agree, and also because Maryville's also red. That's kind of why I picked them. I don't know why, but my friend Thomas Tisdale told me to do that, so I'm going with that.
Good pick.
Can y'all
Drew,
hear me? Am I
yeah,
back? Is this
any
good?
last minute remarks about the Houston Cougars?
I don't know where I cut out, but I was just saying, like you were saying, James, the defense, that great defense will compensate like they've done all year for the mediocre offense. And Houston, we will watch them play in the Elite Eight. All right.
Yeah,
Next
cool.
game.
Your
Can you
audio
hear?
was laggy as balls, but we're just gonna hit the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, good luck with this
Can
one,
you?
Drew. You're gonna start us out.
Yeah. Can you hear me first of all? I don't want to start talking with y'all
Yeah,
not being able
no,
to
I
hear me.
think you're fine.
Yeah.
It's just you're kind of
Okay.
lagging, but we're just here to listen to you.
Well, I'm thinking in my bracket, I have Creighton winning. I'm a Tennessee fan. So I'm picking Tennessee here, win-win no matter what. Tennessee wins, I get a point here. My team wins. If not, my bracket does well. I'm sitting at the top of all the Splat boys right now. But, we got this sexy Tennessee golf hat. Got to support the boys. I think coming off of that mediocre game against Texas, Fletcher, sorry y'all had to lose. It was meant to happen. Tennessee is going to show that they are the team to beat in this tournament. They're going to come out hot. Dalton Connect is putting up 30 plus. People doubted him after that last game. The whole team is going to support him. He's going to put up 30 plus. Zakai Ziegler's going to have his bag. Josiah Jordan James and Santiago Vescovi. It's going to be Creighton won't know. Their defense won't be able to stop this Volunteers offense.
Quick question for Fletcher since he's a guest. So Drew has right now for our Splat picks, he has Tennessee, and for his bracket, he has Creighton. So how is that a win-win? Because if Tennessee wins, he gets a win right here and a loss right here. But if Creighton wins, he gets a win right here and a loss right here. So where's the 2 wins right here? I just want to ask you that.
I have no idea, but you always got to go with the other team. Always pick against your team. Never bet with your team. I would recommend that personally. Because Texas sucks. And also I don't know how 3 for 25 is going to support him, but Ziegler sucks.
Yeah. Fletcher, you're talking. Go ahead.
Okay.
Why do you have Creighton?
Creighton has the best big four left in the tournament. They can score whenever. One shooting bad, okay, go to the other. One shooting bad, okay, go to the other. You can go to whoever there. The problem is they're not very deep, but also to back that up, they don't foul at all. They have the best rim protector in basketball, in college basketball, in Cockbrenner, and he never fouls. He never gets in foul trouble. They don't have to go to a backup when he's always available to be on the court, unlike Dylan Sue.
Yeah, no, I'll talk. I'm looking at Tennessee's record right now in their past games. I'm seeing games like A&M winning 85-69, Mississippi State winning 73-56, and even that Texas game. Y'all shot terribly in those games, especially that Mississippi State one. It was flat out terrible. And even that Texas one, Dalton Connect got 7 of his last 18 points in like the last minute. And one of them was just an insane 3 that if he shot 20 more times, he's probably only making it 3 more times. And then it was 4 free throws. So I don't want to say stat padding, but kind of stat padding. And really, that game could have easily gone to Texas. And I don't see them playing that well against a Creighton team like this. I mean, Creighton has been playing lights out, and I really think they have what it takes to go up and play against Purdue, which will be another phenomenal game. I don't want to watch Tennessee get manhandled by Zach Edey. I want to watch Creighton actually put up a good fight. And yeah, I'm sorry. This Tennessee team has just looked lackluster. Besides that 83-49 win against St. Peter's. But let's remember, it's St. Peter's. They're not that good. They're pretty bad.
Hey, real quick before Jack goes, all 3 games that you mentioned, after those, we have come out so hot. St. Peter's, I get they're a bad team. We
St.
came out
Peter's
hot
does
against
not
them.
count.
That was after
does
the
not count.
second
That
Mississippi
does not
State
count.
loss. I don't care, but after every other game, we've come out looking like another team, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. So quit hating on the Vols. They're going to come back.
I'm putting just
Dalton
about
Connect,
anyone.
Half his points were on dunks. I get it, but still, I know I said he had a bad game, but the team was there to support him. And that's going to happen again. He's going to have a good game.
The team was Connect was still y'all's highest scorer. Like Connect was still y'all's highest scorer.
Yeah, that was just because of the last minute.
Yeah,
but the team, if it wasn't for the team for the first.
Connect was y'all's highest scorer by
35
7
minutes.
Points. Connect was y'all's highest scorer by 7 points.
If it wasn't for the rest of the team for the first 35 minutes, Like
The
if
rest of the team looked
we
atrocious.
haven't
Texas
played
scored
like that the rest of the
18
year.
in the first
They
half.
shot 12% from 3. Tennessee shot 12% from 3. You're not winning a game against Creighton shooting 12% from 3 and 33.8% from the
I
field.
literally said that we
That's
have a
god
comeback
awful.
after every bad
No,
loss.
that's not
Okay,
a loss, though.
talk
That's a
to me.
win.
Talk to
That's a
me at
win.
Saturday at or no, I guess yes,
There-
Saturday at 1 a.m. whenever the game's over. Talk to me then.
1 a.m.
Jack,
What
what do you
time
have?
is your game at? Oh, it'll be done at
10
you live in
o'clock,
weird
10:20
time. You live in the wrong time for
actually.
sports. Central Time's superior for sports.
All right, let me fix up Drew's
Okay, Jack,
statement of the
I'm tired
win-win.
of James. What do you have?
I have Creighton in my bracket, and I also hate the Volunteers, even though I live in Tennessee. Can't stand them. So this is actually what a win-win is. Creighton's going to win, bracket's going to win, and Tennessee's going to lose. That's what a win-win is, Drew.
That's what a
So, Jack,
win-win
all
is,
these
where you
times
get
that
a
you've gone
win
to
and
Tennessee,
another win.
What?
all these times that we've gone to Tennessee games together, you're just not even a Tennessee fan?
I'm like in the middle. I'm not like cheering for them. I mean, football's also a little bit
You just
different.
made it sound like you despise them, like I despise Bama. That's
When
what you just made it sound like.
kind of a
Okay,
little bit.
okay.
Football's a
Let's
little
go
bit
to the
different.
next game.
I can watch football.
What is James? James. The disrespect. Next game. James, talk about DJ Burns.
DJ Burns is that guy. He's Hakeem Olajuwon reincarnated as a big dude. I love to see that man on the court. He is so fun to watch. And you got the other DJ running the point. It's a true Kobe and Shaq combo. That boy is electric. He went on Barstool. He's also like a genius. He went on Barstool this past week and talked about how he has a side hustle. He owns vending machines. He said, screw
He needs to
NIL.
stick
I'm
to
starting
that.
my own business. I'm starting my own business. No, did you say he needs to cut back on his snacks from the vending machine?
No, I said he needs to stick to the vending machines.
It's going to be fun.
Both of them, actually. Both of them.
Marquette's coach is Shaka, notoriously terrible in March, just like Tennessee's coach. NC State is the Cinderella team this year. You're talking about Jack Golke in Oakland or the Yale Bulldogs and how they're all going to become future Nobel Peace Prize winners or something because they're all geniuses. But everyone's overlooking this team. We finally have the triangle of North Carolina teams with Duke, UNC, and NC State in the Sweet 16 for the first time ever, possibly. And that boy DJ Burns is just so good. I love him to death. Let me find y'all talk. I'm gonna find some DJ Burns stats just because I love that kid. And it's gonna be fun to watch this game because I think Marquette's a fraudulent team, and it's gonna be a fun Sweet 16 game watching the true Cinderella team right here.
Fletcher, what do you have to say? I can tell
You don't
you got
have to look
something.
up the stats because DJ Burns averages 12 points, which is not that good. Marquette's better and everything. North Carolina State's easily the worst team in the Sweet 16. They've had a walk in the park to get here. They beat up Texas Tech team and then beat Oakland, who sucks. And they went to overtime with them. And then Marquette, I don't like just because of Shaka Smart. And the last time he had success in March Madness was VCU when he went on a miraculous Final Four run when they shouldn't have made the tournament. And then I love North Carolina State just because they're such a underdog. Thorne, Burns, great offense, horrendous defense. I don't know how Burns is going to play defense. And also you have the best guard passer in Tyler Kolek and best big passer in Iga Hadora. I don't know how to say it. But he's the best big man passer. He's going to dominate Burns. I think Marquette wins this game by 20 plus.
Yeah, Burns has actually been averaging almost 20 in his past 4 games, and he had a double-double last
That's
game.
the past 4 games.
Those are the games that
Fletcher
matter.
said they played in?
That's round of 32, that's the round of 64, and that's the semifinals and finals of the ACC tournament, which they played UNC in, which I think, all picked UNC. So that's going to be our next game, I think. So they've played some quality teams.
Okay,
24
I'm with
and
Fletcher
7.
here. Rick Barnes cut DJ Burns for a reason. We've seen him run on that court. He cannot move. That's why he needs to cut off the snacks, but also stick to vending machines. Make some money. There's a lot of money in there. I've seen YouTube videos. He needs to stick to that. Marquette's going to run him off the court. We might never see him again. People are going to endorse him. People will sponsor his vending machines, maybe. Maybe Body Armor sponsors his vending machine. But yeah, I'm with Fletcher here. Marquette Golden Eagle all the way. I think they're made out of the Elite Eight though, but they are definitely running NC State off of this court. Out of this.
You know, that's funny because
Jack?
DJ Burns is better than Dalton Connect. That's funny.
Let's chill out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think NC State got 2 easy games in, like Fletcher said. They had 2 good moments in games, or whatever. But Marquette's just better. I mean, it just shows also NC State 11 seed, Marquette 2 seed. Marquette's going to kill him. Spread 6.5, so I kind of want to. Fletcher said they're going to win by 20. Drew, do you think they're going to cover the spread? Yes or no?
6.5. I think that's generous to NC State. I think they're covering the spread 20.
Yep.
That's also very generous for Marquette. I'm thinking it's like a 10-point game. It just kind of comes down to how the last couple of possessions, like who has the ball and stuff. So,
yeah.
Not that it's going to be close the last couple of possessions, but like the spread, like comes down to the last couple of possessions. What is James doing?
I don't know.
All right, James is still stuck on Tennessee, stuck in the past. We're going on.
That's for DJ Burns. That's for DJ Burns.
Bulldogs, so he deserved to be cut by Tennessee. There's a reason he's not wearing that jersey anymore.
He won an ACC tournament before Tennessee won an SEC tournament. And the ACC is a better basketball conference.
That's not true.
The ACC is a better basketball conference.
Like 10 years ago.
Nah, this year compared to the SEC. Compared to the SEC, better basketball conference this year.
That's a terrible take.
Nah, Kentucky out, Auburn out, Tennessee fixing to be out.
You have 8 tournament teams to like 4.
Yeah, but they're 4 quality teams.
Yep.
Virginia was quality?
Take.
No, never mind. I take that back. Virginia was not quality. I already talked about that. I don't even count Virginia as a tournament team.
Invalid take.
Tennessee's fixing to be out, and Bama's
Zach
going to be
Edey
out.
is running the Gonzaga Bulldogs off of the court.
Yep.
I don't care. It's not up for debate. This Purdue team is much better than Gonzaga. I've liked them so far. But yeah.
Oh,
like
you were
Gonzaga
dogging
so
me
far,
for
but...
picking Zach Edey last week.
What?
Yes,
what do you mean
yes. Fletch
you?
can vouch for me. Fletch can vouch for me on this one.
Oh,
yeah, this is
the
best team in college basketball.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the best team in college
they're
basketball.
winning it all. Best team in college basketball. Hate us because they ain't us.
James, you said
y'all can tag team that one.
Yeah, no. If you can't beat them, join them. That's how I feel about this. Zach Edey is a free throw merchant, and I fully respect it, and I think he should continue to do it. Am I all in on Purdue? Pretty much at this point. I made a second chance bracket where every team at least wins once, and then after that, I've just made ones where Purdue wins. That's how high I am on this Purdue team. I'm going all in on them. Every important bracket group I'm in, I have Purdue winning. Zach Edey is good. Their guards have stepped up, and they can actually shoot the 3.5 decent guard. And they'll play the winner of Creighton and Tennessee, which should be a walk in the park for them. Well, Creighton won't be, but Tennessee will be a walk in the park for them if Drew's pick is right. So, Fletcher, please take the floor.
Real quick, Fletcher, real quick, Fletcher. James is talking about all those important brackets. Can we mention how James is tied for 65th or something in the most important one with a $200 prize spot?
That's worse than Chet.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your bracket's not winning either. So, if you're not number one, it doesn't really matter.
I'm getting the 3 points though. That's up on the line. Taking that first place crown from you. So
I'll still
hate to say it.
You haven't taken the first place crown yet. I've had it since the beginning.
Don't worry.
That's funny.
Actually, Jack's about to take it. I see Jack about to take it because you're going to lose the NC State game. All right, go Fletcher.
No.
Zach Edey has the best supporting cast he has ever. They didn't really gain anyone in the offseason besides Jones. Brandon Smith got better. He's probably the best true point guard left in the tournament. He just feeds the ball to Zach Edey. What else are you supposed to do? Mark Few. I don't know how he's going to game plan around this when your center's 6'10", 230, when you have a 7'4", 300-pound giant on the other side. I don't think you can stop Zach Edey. I think he's going to go for 20 and 10 in the first half again. I just don't see Purdue losing this. It might be close, but I think they'll hold on.
Yep. Is that the consensus here, boys?
What?
Oh, go
I want
ahead.
to
Go
go
ahead.
back to the spread. 4.5. Do we think they cover?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
easy,
a
Yeah.
easily,
Yeah.
easily.
You're
Um.
texting your dad these bets, right?
Yeah.
No, we don't gamble on this show.
We don't gamble, but like
Well, he's helping his
we
dad. You
inform
know,
people.
we know ball, so we're helping Jack's dad. Gambling
Gambling's
is
illegal in Tennessee,
illegal
I
if you're
think.
under 21.
No.
Nah, if you're
Is it
over
legal in
21, it's
Tennessee?
if 20. Yes, 21 and over.
Okay.
So that's why Jack's helping his dad. We do not condone underage betting or betting at any time. If you have an addiction, call a hotline. There's hotlines available everywhere. Yes, Fletcher. It's okay. This is friendly
I don't know what you're talking about.
competition, but don't lose money,
We
people.
don't bet on this show.
Oh, you
Betting's
were just
bad.
shaking your head. No, I just wanted to make sure. All right. Yeah, betting's bad. Next game.
I
Bama,
didn't pick
UNC.
Bama.
Whoa,
I did not.
whoa! I did not pick
Whoa.
Bama.
I did not pick Bama.
I would never make that mistake. I hate
Are you
Bama.
stupid?
Yeah,
let
this
me pull
one's.
up the let me pull up the picture I have.
This is a mistake. The PowerPoint got corrupted. We'll do some editing magic, and it'll look like y'all picked UNC. Y'all have UNC.
no. This is
James can
100%
edit
on
it.
you.
He'll put.
When I edit it,
He'll put
it's
those
100% on Drew. I'm gonna have a disclaimer.
Okay, I don't care. Just you can work your magic. I get it. I know I messed up. Okay,
North Carolina. If you can
you
see
guys
that,
have
it says
UNC. We
North
all know
Carolina.
UNC is the better team. That is blurry as
Yeah.
crap. But yeah, we get it. My bad, guys. I had to rush and do this. Y'all put a lot of pressure on me. The file corrupted twice, actually. So
I gotta
we
edit
all
this
have
by
UNC.
tomorrow morning.
Who wants to take it?
Plain and simple.
You have till
Bama's a
Friday morning.
fast-paced team. No, we got to get this out. Oh, yeah, I do have till Friday morning. Never mind, guys. That's on me. Still, I'm going to have a very quick disclaimer. Myself and Fletcher are not idiots in picking Alabama. Mark Sears, great point guard,
James,
but
you've done it before. You can edit it and put it under there.
Dadgummit, Drew.
You know it starts Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it starts
Thursday.
Thursday. I have to get this out
Oh, it
by
does?
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it starts
Yes.
tomorrow.
Thursday.
Yes.
Shoot, I didn't realize that. My bad. Never mind.
Zero ball knowledge, but Mark Sears, good point guard for Bama. Good for him. He's like a fifth year, so he doesn't even count. He played with a killer last year, elite shooter last year. No comment on that. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. Give me UNC. They're going to the Elite Eight, and they'll probably make the Final Four when they play Caleb Love in the Elite Eight. So I'm not an idiot, though. I'm not picking Bama. Fletcher.
I'll agree with that. Besides the very end, Arizona's winning that game.
Yes.
Mark Sears, probably the most efficient point guard we've ever seen in college basketball, shooting 50-something percent, 40-something percent from three with the amount of shots he's taking. But their defense is dog crap. UNC could put up, Bama could put up 120 and they'd probably still have a chance to lose. I just don't see North Carolina's defense is good enough to hold them to 80-something, and then their offense is good enough to score 100.
I agree with that completely. We've seen Alabama lose some games by a lot. That game they lost to Kentucky in that shootout, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Am I
No, it was
remembering
Kentucky. It was
this
Kentucky.
correctly?
It was Kentucky.
Is that not what I just said? They lost to
Wait,
Kentucky.
I
in the
heard
shootout.
Tennessee. I don't know. Maybe
Oh, no. Tennessee beat them both times. But yeah, like you said, they scored like 112 and still lost because they can't play defense. Neither can Kentucky. But that's the thing here. UNC can. The Tar Heels all the way. They're losing to Caleb Love in the Elite Eight, like Fletcher said. But yeah, definitely the Tar Heels.
I wouldn't say the Tar Heels can play defense. I just think they can play it a bit better than Bama. They're both stupid high pace. Also, please take the over. The over is free. It's 173.5 right now. Please take it. It's free. Still not condoning
If you're
gambling.
21.
If you're 21 plus in a state that has legal gambling and you're not addicted, if you're addicted, please call a hotline. But that over is 173.5, and it might hit the over.
North
before half.
Carolina's defense is top 5, by the way. So I don't
That's
know about their
KenPom?
I was kind of
not being good. Their defense is really good.
James said that. I was
Well, they're both high
questioning
paced.
that,
They
but,
lost to NC State and DJ Burns. But Bama's, they don't play
Jack,
like
what you
that. They
got?
just jack the ball.
I picked this simply off the fact that I can talk crap to my sister. She's an Alabama fan, so I'm hoping Carolina wins, and then I can just talk crap. So that's kind of why I picked them.
You
And
have to pick
they're
Alabama
obviously
every other game, though.
Respectable pick.
yeah. That's because my sister was kind of telling me to pick them, and I kind of was just doing that, and it did not work anytime I picked them. I think only like one time. So I'm flipping it now.
You don't believe in the shooting and the 3-pointers anymore.
Not anymore.
That's valid. That's valid. What? Do we have one more game left?
Yeah,
I
I
think this is
think
the
this is the last one.
Duh. UConn's the best team in the country. San Diego State has not played. They've played well, but not against great teams. So, yeah, UConn.
Yeah, couldn't really hear you right there. Kind of blurted out. All I heard was
Yikes.
Purdue is the #1 team in the tournament.
Damn right.
Zach Edey is winning this.
Okay.
And yeah, this one,
Yeah.
no brainer, rematch
Yeah.
of last year's championship, but this time UConn is like way better, and San Diego State is not near as good. Self-explanatory pick. Give me the Huskies.
I wouldn't say UConn's better, but they're a higher seed. The only way San Diego State wins this game is if their guards make threes, which is the problem with their team. Their guards can't make threes. Their best 3-point shooters, they're big, who takes, I think, 1.5 threes a game. He doesn't shoot a lot, but he's the only double-digit scorer on this team. Jadeon Lee is going to have to score 40 for them to have a chance. UConn's the second best team in the country. They have arguably the best guards in the country. They can play defense. They can score. They're top 10 in offense and defense, which they're one of the two teams that's there. I just don't see them losing this game since they have so many scores compared to San Diego State.
UConn's best team in the tournament. I have them winning in all my important brackets. The money line on this is 650 in favor of UConn. I mean, that's kind of crazy. And then the spread is the biggest of the entire weekend, or I guess week. 11.5. I still see them covering that as well. I don't know about y'all, but UConn's just going to dominate this game.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, San Diego State has one kid, and I mean he's good, but UConn has a whole arsenal. And the only reason I'd want them to win the championship is so that my girl Joy Carver wins the tournament challenge. That's about it. Shout out Miss Joy.
Shout out
Please
my
win
mom.
the
Holy
bracket.
cow.
Please win the bracket.
Who would have thought that my mom, basing literally her picks off mascots and color, she asked me about like 2 or 3 games, and that was it. Who would have thought that she came out first place after 2 rounds? After all of us doing our ball knowledge research.
That's probably why she's not like higher up, is because she asked you about 2 or 3 games. Like she might have a perfect bracket if she didn't ask you.
I see that reasoning with
Like
James.
Bijan.
Side with him.
Hey, it was a great episode, boys. Fletcher, you're really nice having you on. We've been waiting for this for a while, so glad it finally happened. You know ball. You're really good. Hope you make it onto that leaderboard.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, no.
NC State pick is like the worst pick I think I've ever seen. So
Marquette's a
I don't know.
I think
where
Tennessee's
Jack is.
slightly worse than that.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's slightly worse
that was an
considering
unranked pick, and then James was just a copper 5 pick. I mean, come on.
Like at least I'm not plastic too with Drew. Like Drew's in plastic with that pick. That like, and he doesn't know what a win-win is. At least my boy Jack knows what a win-win is.
A
Shout out to
win-win.
Jack.
We've already gone over this, and we came up with a decision. A win-win means hey, you win something.
No,
okay,
that's called a win-lose. When you lose
10,
and you win.
Great episode 10, boys. It's a big weekend. We might have a surprise Elite 8 drop. Quick video. At least we'll have pics for the games on Instagram. We'll see. See y'all next week at least. Jesus loves you. Bye.